Hello guys, welcome back. I may have to pause the video. It depends on how long I go on. I'm cooking. I'm always multitasking. One, the clock is dead. Loki finally let me take the batteries out. I was like, thank the gods, because it seemed like every single time I was going to start a game or start a video for you guys or even just sit down and try to have 5 quiet minutes, that damn thing was going off. And I'm like, I can't stand it. My friend meant well and it was cute during the Yule season, but 2 months in, it's not so cute. So, Odin has been starting his campaign with me. You guys know this. He's been appearing in dreams. He's been appearing as other gods. I've finally got the fact that I've never worked with... Can't even think of the Irish name, but Lou. I've never worked with Lou because why would Lou be showing me a wolf's head ring? And long story short, I got and these were really cheap. I mean, like less than $1 cheap. I got a black wolf ring and a silver wolf ring on the way from China, and I got a rune ring that was just stuck in my brain pan. It's also very inexpensive. That'll show up a lot quicker, and I really felt Odin pushing towards it, and it had, you know, his triangles inside, and I'm like... And he's like, you have to stop letting the racists take over what I want from you. If you're going to keep doing this, I'm just going to make this harder and harder and harder issue. I will stamp that damn ring on your forehead. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's been having me work on my runes, which, you know, I start to learn them and I learn the name. And then because I do have memory cognitive issues, I just forget everything. But he's being very sweet and patient. But this is what I got for my reading. That is Oler looking very, very happy. And it talks about sacrifice, and I was like, what kind of sacrifice is he talking about? Because I'm getting sacrifice in all my readings, whether it's these rune cards, or it's these other cards, or it's something else. And I'm trying to think of what, you know, what is Odin talking about? What kind of sacrifice? And then I realized Freya's been pushing really hard as well. And the weird thing is I'm having a lot of spooky coincidences. Like I was reading the book yesterday, and as soon as it mentioned something about children and leaving stuff out for Odin, I swear to the gods I heard the children like up yonder at the school laughing. It was like somebody walked over my grave. And Freya wanted her stuff for her. And I think what they've been doing is like trying to transition me away from the older gods, because the older sounds weird, older gods, they're not pushing through. They're really not pushing through, and they're trying to get me to work on my discernment to recognize when Pinterest is just showing you stuff they've shown you before that you liked, and it's communication from a god. It's not that I'm excluded from working with these gods ever, but it's like, we want you to focus on the Germanic gods now. And I kept up my studies, which I do, and I have to correct myself. Viking people did indeed make it to Italy, and they did indeed make it to Poland, so I suck at history. That does not mean, by the way, that I'm like half German, half Viking. As far as I know, just because people traded with a people doesn't mean there was guaranteed intermarriage. And we know now that people moved all over. Just because my ancestors come from a place does not mean that's where my actual blood comes from. And before somebody suggests DNA testing, that's actually kind of a junk fun science. It's actually a guess is all it is. You spit in a tube, you swab your cheek, and a guess based on the gene pool they have. I know, right? I thought they were like going up and digging up ancient ancestors. No, they're guessing. They're guessing. And they did this fascinating study on these twins that got completely different things. And as the pool of people on a site would go up, they would like switch from being like Irish to Scottish to Welsh to something else entirely, like German or Italian, or they were Spanish or Corinthian, and it's like, what? And they say it's a junk science right now. It actually can't tell you anything. It's just a guess. You spit in a tube and you swap your cheek for a guess. Yay. And it was really fascinating that scientists were willing to admit that. I'm like, this is really fascinating. And it really doesn't matter at the end of the day if you have the ancestry or not to me. if the gods are calling you, and especially if Odin's calling you, making an extremely hard push, you have to honor Odin, because Odin doesn't understand no, and Odin sure as hell does not understand free will. And I realize there's no exact place as Hellenheim, but we have this interesting pronunciation in this house, so Loki doesn't get twitchy. So there's that. And it was just like Odin told me very matter-of-factly, he says, you're not working with your ancestors because you're letting the racists win. You're letting the racist people that are trying to take over and hijack your religion make you feel bad about talking to your own ancestors. You're starting to feel guilty for what they did, and that doesn't even make any sense. Knock it off. So he's been gentle, but I can sense that he's like, when are you gonna stop, handicapping yourself and not just relaxing? This is what we want for you. We want a Nordic, Germanic, whatever word you're happy with household. And we're going to get it. And Freya was really upset last night, and I was like, what have I done? Because I really love her. And she's like, and she wanted the altar for herself and for Freyr. So they took the statues. They've been really sweet and good. They've taken the stuff that I have. They're not saying now you have to go out and buy all Norse stuff and become pro-true or something. Not like that. Odin was pushing for the rune ring, and I felt he was really strongly connected to the wolves. And, it's like, we'll buy stuff over time. And he's very intense to work with because he won't back off. I actually made the waterfall video today to calm down. I was like, breathing space, because it feels like every night we're going through something. He said, we're just getting all the poison out of your system, and we'll do this every night for as long as it takes. You can either relax and just accept the fact that we're here and we love you and we're your family and we're your gods, or you can fight us on it. But either way, I'm going to have my way, just so you know. And Loki's like, yeah! Loki's helping his brother. Loki is backing up Odin all the way. He's like, yeah! We're gonna get what we want! Get what we want! Get what we want! So that's where I am now. Oh, I've got 12 seconds left. So I think I'll wrap it up, but that's where we are. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.